Greetings and salutations, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I need to turn myself down just a little bit. Hello and welcome. How are you? Welcome to the Foxhole Fridays. I am Trooper SJP, and this is the day that we play some RPGs. And this week we are continuing the adventures of Crash Jones, Space Adventurer, and the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril, Part 3. You know what? I don't recall if I actually put part 3 on there or not. That's a very good question. I don't recall. Speaking of which, you're seeing a thing that I don't want you to see right now. That's okay though. I will fix it as we speak. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well, but no. No, that didn't do it. Let's see. What I need is this should be a ha ha. Right. Right. Uh-huh. Uh, right. Yes. I see what's happening here. I see what's going on, and I will fix it. Don't worry. Um, yes. Uh, Lighting. The lighting has been a problem since I lost my other light. Um, I don't recall. I have been having dramatic lighting for about a week or so because um, my my lights have I lost my other. I have another light. Uh, oof. We'll do that. I have another light that usually sits over there to my right, but it died, and I have been waiting on a replacement for that light so that I can have regular lights again and not be so dramatic. And the reason why I'm starting late today is because I was told that my lights were delivered to the main office where I work today. So I went out to go and get them to get a replacement for my lights, and they were not in the office. It says they were delivered, but they were not actually, well, they're not there. So I was trying to figure out where they went and try to track them down, but um, I don't know where they are. I cannot tell you. I ordered new lights though. They should be really great and very cool if I have them, if they exist, if they are there. You know, you know how it is. It's a bit of a conundrum. If you give me one moment. There, with a bit of a lack of exciting light. Let me do that a little bit better. There we go. There. A little bit of adjustments on the fly. I hate how hard it is for you to actually get the things you're supposed to. Yeah, I know. I hate it too. It makes me very sad. Um, I will talk more about it tomorrow, but I'm a little nervous because I just got the word that my banjo, my custom banjo, has been sent and it is on its way to me. So I certainly hope that I will get it. That's all I have to say. I'm very excited for that. So, welcome in. I'm so glad to have you here. This is the Academic Foxhole. It is the waning days of summer as I am doing a bunch of solo and one-on-one RPGs before before the summer ends and the school year begins. The summer ends and the school year begins in less than 3 weeks. Yep, about that. So, the summer season, the summer hiatus will be ending in about 3 weeks or so. And I know I need a banjo delivery security team is what I need because this thing uh yeah, once I had a light at my office, I discovered that I had been delighted. I had been delighted. Groove is in the heart. Hello, all. It's so good to see you here. I wanted to let you know that I have a brand new jacket. I picked up this brand new jacket. It's a whoop, whoop. It's a much nicer Eisenhower jacket than the other one I had. The other one I had was Belgian and really way too small. This one actually fits, although it's a little bit tight on the biceps. Other than that, it is also wool and quite hot. But this whole conversation is quite illuminating. Ah, I love you all. We'll talk more about it tomorrow. So let's see. Thank you for being here. I am able to do what I do, which is bring you RPGs and explore more RPGs because you all help. And the best way you help is by being here. Having you here and being understanding is everything. Thank you. It makes all of my time um, joyful. So let's see. What do I want to tell you all? Thank you for being here. If you would like to support, you can like and subscribe on the YouTube and leave a comment on the YouTube. If you're here, you can just let people know that we're here. You can retweet or reskeet or just tell folks that we're live and they will join us and all will be well. Let's see. You can also give tips and bits. If you give tips and bits, I will read out any message you leave at the end of the show, and all tips and bits go to pay for the casts of shows and people who are people I commission for stuff like music or art. First and foremost, and then anything that is left over will go to me or to pay for all the tech and all of that kind of stuff. But it's important for me to pay the casts, and so I appreciate all the help. We also have a Patreon at Academic Foxhole that you can go and drop in $3 a month, and that is to help pay for the casts. Also, there's a special $200 tier which will pay for 4 players for one show for 1 week. And if you do that, you get a special radio ad and you get a special shout out to Will and TW, who is one of our sponsors. We have 4 sponsor slots. Currently, we only have 1 taken. It's limited. So thank you, Willen. Your long-standing support is very meaningful. And all of your support is meaningful. The summer is waning, and having the ability... I dropped my Starbeam chocolate milk. Have the ability to play for you all and with you all means a lot. So, without further ado, we'll talk during Rain World tomorrow more about all of the shenanigans and the banjos and all of that. But without further ado, since we're getting such a late start, let us begin with Crash Jones, Space Adventurer, and the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril, Part 3. I don't know if I actually updated my parts. I hope I did, but maybe I didn't. We'll find out. Anyhow, before we begin, I would like to do a little bit of a reminder. Oh, I forgot. I was vamping. I needed to fix this thing. I heard that. You know when I did not see it, but I heard it. You know when what is this? This is oh, I remember what I need to do. So I wanted to fix this situation because I've got this up and I don't want it up, and I just need to vamp with you for a moment while I fix this. Window capture. This is going to have to be, oops. Let me group these. Group, and we'll call this PDFs. This might break a couple of things, but it should work now, which means I should be able to... That's not what I want. Although that is probably what I should do. Let me fix this. Let's do... Oh, y'all are doing mysterious things for me right now. I see you all. Let me quick do a source visual, and it will be window capture, PDFs, show, window capture. Let me just fix this because this will really bother me. I cannot have it running around. I just cannot have it. Let's see. Let's see if this is going to work. It worked. I got it. So all is well. All is well with that. We might have a bit of a tricky wicket fixing one other thing, but let's see. Will it still work? Maybe. Looks like that is not working. I will fix it. But this is currently working, and that's the most important thing. So, my friends, let's talk Crash Jones, space adventurer, and the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Space Jones, space adventurer, using the Ironforged Starforged system. Our Crash Jones is a Blade Master. We got that last time. Has got an Overseer module on his ship, the Francine. He is a Vestige. He's an Ace. He has a Starship. He's got a Jungle Cat Emerald as his ally, and also Starbeam Chocolate Milk. These are his assets that he will use in order to, try to get out of all the trouble that he's in, because it is a lot of trouble. But let's start our session, shall we? When we start our session, by the way, I'm taking off my shoes just like Mr. Rogers because it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood. A wonderful day. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Actually, the reason why I'm taking off my shoes is because I'm using this foot pedal to trigger things, and I don't like triggering a foot pedal with shoes on. Just for you to know. Wickets are sticky, not tricky. It is a sticky wicket. It's a sticky wicket. Nobody wants a sticky wicket. Oh, it's because it's cricket, right? And cricket has the 3 little poles, and then they've got 2 little pieces of wood on top. And when you're playing cricket, you're wanting to hit those, and as you're a bowler, you want to hit those. You want to get the little. Hello, Rufus. Just, you know what I mean? Like, anyway, I read. It's fine. Did you know that cricket, the way it's really, the way it's officially done, doesn't necessarily have an end point. It could go on for days and days and days and days. That's exciting. Let us have our, not oracles, our moves. Let's go to the moves, shall we? So, we are beginning our session. We have quite a bit to do to start. We have no flagged or adjusted content. We have to review or recap what happened, but we're going to do that as an old-timey announcer. And then we're going to set the scene. However, we can spotlight a new opportunity, and if we do, we get momentum. We don't need to do that. We are at 10 momentum right now. So I feel like we're pretty good. There are professional cricket leagues in the US? What? Hawkeye, drop links. Drop links. So we don't have to highlight anything because we are doing well already. That said, we do need to find out whether or not Dalton Danvers is in danger, whether or not Dalton Danvers' danger is due. So we must roll to find out. And it is due. Dalton Danvers' danger is due. Dread Liege Dalton Danvers' danger is due. So we'll do a little bit of a side. One moment. This is important. Excuse me. I don't want to do this the wrong way, and I don't want to miss anything. We have to do this properly, if you don't mind. Excuse me, I have to relaunch that. And then, there we go. Yes, that's fine. And there's been a OS updates, which means all programs are slowly updating, and they are, Welcome, Space Cadets, to another thrilling adventure of Crash Jones, Space Adventurer, this time in the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril, Part 3, when last we met Crash Jones. Our hero was on the search for Dread Liege Dalton Danvers, his good chum, who had been captured by the evil Baron Winter, also Donny spy, traitorous, villainous, dangerous, with full of mind control. Our good dear hero, Crash Jones, went off to a planet of scum and villainy, and there he went to a bar of scum and villainy in order to make contact with the Phantom, the best information broker in all of the Trojan Reaches. Having found her, she revealed that his good chum and friend, Marion Belloc, had been selling information to Baron Winter in order to get information to save her mother. Hurt, wounded, he wasn't quite certain to, but then there was an attack, an ambush. A mercenary company full of Aslan came after him. Luckily, Marion Belloc had arrived in order to help save him, and together with Emerald, Marion, and new friend, perhaps, the Phantom, Crash Jones was able to escape the bar and then the planet. Off into space they went, traversing on the way to find the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril, the location of which the Phantom was familiar with because her brother was being held captive there as well. Along the way, they discovered an anomaly. An asteroid field, a mineral asteroid field around a blue star, and on one of those asteroids was a large chunk of Viridian. They took it inside with them and continued on. They also discovered a derelict escape pod from the old Sindalian Empire that had, in suspended animation, a pilot, but also, it seems, from the records, Amelia Earhart, the heart of the Trojan Reaches, the heir to the great throne, had been on that ship, but was no longer. Marion Belloc decided to take the ship and fly it to where it might be... the pilot might be revived by Dr. Zukov, and the information about the heir might be found. And so now Crash Jones, alone with only the Phantom and Emerald, continued on his journey to find the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Well, wouldn't you know, when last we left our hero... Oh no, it's so terrible. I just don't know what to do. It's so dangerous. When last we left our hero, his ship was pulled out of Jump Early, and he seemed to be suffering from space sickness. Ahead of him he saw the Foo Fighter that he was chasing way back in 1944, a year that is in the old Soleimani time, around what was then called something called the Bermuda Triangle. And as he was chasing it, a portal opened, and he flew through, which brought him to us, the hero. But now at this moment, Crash Jones is seeing the exact same thing, and he guns the Francine towards this Foo Fighter, towards this portal. But how can it be that such a thing could be there? It can't be. It can't be at all. So, my dear friends, we are certain something is amiss, and the Phantom, also on the ship, thinks so as well. And so, as our hero goes charging after perhaps phantoms, the other Phantom, who's a real person, not an actual Phantom, but it's called the Phantom, is there with concern on her face. And so now we shall return to the thrilling adventures of Crash Jones, Space Adventurer, and the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. So, my friends, Dreadliege Dalton only has 7 clicks left, so before he dies, just so you know, the conveyor belt is slowly moving towards the laser forest, the forest of lasers. And I realize that, it takes almost a whole week in Jump Space. It's a really slow-moving conveyor belt. But I want you to know, we cut over there, and you see Dalton Danvers. Oh no, I will never tell you anything. Baron Winter, you will tell me everything. Where shall I find Crash Jones? Right. Just imagine over there in the background, lasers over there, conveyor belt moving. Danger, lots of danger. No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to die. So, let's figure out what we're going to do right about now. To recap, we are currently working to find the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. We're doing all right. We're trying to rescue Emerald. We've already done these, which means we can probably actually delete these 2 because we finished them. So we are currently trying to find the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. That's our main progress clock. We are on an expedition at the moment. Our big, much larger vows that we have are to find the true noble lost heir. That's an epic one. Probably would take a very hard time. To aid Dread Liege Dalton to get control of the Drynax Barbarians back. To rescue Dread Liege Dalton from the clutches of Baron Severinus Winter. We've been working on that one for a while. To bring some Vernon to Merrick Velez. We're doing pretty well with that. Aid Millie and Zukov in finding a way to reverse the cure of the library so the books can be freed. We've had no progress on that one. Track down Bart Jones and bring him to justice, which is his evil twin brother. And that one, not a lot of progress on that one. And then we have sworn to the Phantom that we'll rescue her brother from the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Those are our vows. We are currently in an expedition, but we are in trouble. Oh, a nice cliffhanger. This is where we're at. We are in, this is not where we're at. Oh, actually, no, we are. No, we're not. We're in Sindal. We are right about here. Let's go here. Go here. Go here. Are we here? It does not look like we're here. I would like us to go here, please. Go here. Crash. Let's see, where are we at? We've got all these things at Sindal. I think they still have us technically in Tiliawatha. Where do they have us listed? They think that we are... I just want us to be here. It's really important to me. Sighting, that's not interesting. I would like to go here to this cell. Well, let's see. Let's go over to Tiliawatha. Oh, well, you know what? I think we're probably there. You know what? I'm going to say that we're there. Yep, we are there. That's exactly where we are. Yep. We've got trouble, my friends, right here in River City. So we started this session. We've got to figure out where we are currently. Crash Jones. Currently, Crash Jones is careening Francis towards what? Something that may or may not even be real. Here we are. The Phantom says, Crash Jones, what are you doing? What are you chasing? It's Crash Jones. Hold on. Thank you. Listen, the Phantom. Don't you see it? It's that Foo Fighter from 1944. I chased it before. I've got to chase it down. It will not get out. It will not escape me this time. But Crash, says the Aslan woman. I'm sorry, the Vargar woman. There's nothing there. I think you just have space sickness. No. My friends, I think we are going to have to give me a second. I needed to swap over. Give me one more moment. I just need to do this. And then... Oh, wow. Right. Right. That's too low. There we go. There we go. Crash just wants to fight the Foo so he can pity the Foo. All right, so I think we're in a bit of a situation. And okay, that sounds better to me. It's easy to slap him silly, but Trooper is silly already enough. That's fair. So let's see, we're in a bit of a pickle. What are we gonna do about that? Well, let's see. I'm just adjusting my volume, so it was too much. Well, we're in the middle of trouble, right? We can do some general sorts of issues, but doing so is not, I think we're in a challenge. I think we're in a challenge because this is going to be like this is going to be a challenge. So let's do, won't be combat. It is going to be a scene challenge is what we're going to do. So we're going to begin a scene challenge, right? And this is because this is something extended or complex, and I think we need to, because we had some bad rolls last time, I think we need to do it. So when we face an extended or complex challenge, name the objective and choose a rank as appropriate to the situation. If you have a clear advantage, it's troublesome. If you're ready to act, dangerous. If you're unprepared or outmatched, formidable. And we get our 4-segment clock. So, I think what we're going to do is have this be, let's make a progress clock with our objective. Our objective is going to be to discover the secret of the Phantom Foo Fighter. Right? I think this is what we've got going on. To discover the secret of the Phantom Foo Fighter. And this is dangerous. And we're going to have to also activate a 4-segment clock. And this clock is going to be, it's a new clock, and we're going to call it, it's new. And we add it. And the name is, the Foo Fighter Escapes. This is what we got. Okay, my friends, this is us. Okay, Crash Jones is trying to trace down this Foo Fighter, which may or may not be real, before it can escape into the portal. The Phantom thinks that Crash Jones is hallucinating and just has space sickness, is going to try to get him not to careen into like an asteroid or some such thing. So, we, for the record, are full at maximum momentum. Our spirit is not great, however, but we're at full health and supply. So, Crash Jones is going to begin by facing danger. When you attempt something risky or to react to an imminent threat within a scene challenge, envision our... Yes, so I think what Crash is going to do is going to gun the engines on Francine and is going to speed towards this Foo Fighter, pushing the engines to its limit. I'm not going to let this, whatever this is, get away again. It could hold answers, secrets. I've got to track it down. But the Phantom says, Crash, there's nothing there. You are just sick. First, we're going to face danger. If you don't mind. This is gonna be with speed, mobility, or agility, but I do believe we might have something that will help us with this. We are an ace pilot, you see? And as an ace pilot, when we face danger, by guiding our vehicle through a hazard, which I think this is, we get to add a +1 and take a +1 momentum on a hit, which I think we shall do, if you don't mind. Let's see. We're at edge, and we get a +1. Let's see how this goes. Our first roll. Strong hit, everyone. A strong hit. We get +1 momentum, but we're already maxed out, so that's fine. On a strong hit, you're successful, and we mark progress. Okay, we don't get to mark progress twice, but we do get to mark progress. This is dangerous, so we get to mark 2 boxes. Crash Jones is not deterred by the Phantom's words. It says, no, the Foo Fighter is there. I can see it. And with much speed, Crash Jones maneuvers Francine around an asteroid, because there's asteroids, of course, around an asteroid field, moving around left, right, up and down, and the Foo Fighter moving quickly, wildly. This is dangerous, but Crash Jones is on the beat. I think that we are still in a good moment. The Phantom says, Crash, listen to me very carefully. There is no Foo Fighter. I don't know even what a Foo Fighter is. You're just chasing ghosts. You've got to stop this Crash Jones. This is going to be facing danger. This is resolve. This is about trying to not be swayed by this situation. But we do get a +1. Let's see how this goes. It's a miss. Ooh. We have enough momentum, we can burn it and get a strong hit. Yes, this matters a lot to Crash Jones. Crash Jones will not be deterred. I can't see. We're turning that into a strong hit. To resist being told that this is all in our mind. No. The Foo Fighter's there. I can feel it. I know it in my bones. I have to track this down. This is not the best for Crash, but nonetheless, we're gonna do it. This is gonna be a secure advantage. June, can you use your sensors and see what you can you scan the Foo Fighter? Tell me what you see. Please note, there is an actual module for this, which we could get, but we're not in the fiction. We can't do it at the moment. But we can roll integrity instead. June, listen, I can see something. The Phantom can't, but I know there's something there. Can you please use the sensors, scan what I'm seeing, the area. It's at 1 o'clock. Now it's moving to noon, 11. Please, tell me if you see something. And we're gonna roll integrity and see if we can learn something about this. Well, I don't know, Crash. Let me see what I can find. Weak hit. Okay, we get to choose one. Take 2 momentum, which we will do. Let's just do that, shall we? Which brings our momentum up to 4. Sorry that I have to stand up. The camera is right in front of that. But since we're here, might as well bring our momentum up to 4. Crash, there are some anomalies there in space. This may not be just in your head. I'm getting some strange sensor readings. Do you hear that? The Phantom, There is something there. Something there, and I've got to find out what it is. And with that, Crash Jones guns Francine. Faster. More recklessly. Coming inches, zooming in and out, weaving in and out of this asteroid field as the Foo Fighter tries to pull ahead and gets closer and closer to this portal. We're gonna do edge. We get a +1 because we're an ace. This is, by the way, face danger. Is what we're gonna do. Weak hit is what we have. All right. Face danger and a weak hit. We are successful and mark progress, but also encounter a complication or a setback. Okay, so we are going to mark progress on our clock, which, by the way, brings us to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but we get some kind of setback. As Crash Jones, we have to pay the price. Yep. We have to pay the price. Which means we are going to, obviously, I think the obvious answer here is to withstand damage. Right? We're gonna have to withstand damage on our ship. Crash Jones moves closer and closer to these asteroids, trying to just use the most efficient economy of movement so he can catch up with this Foo Fighter. However, the Foo Fighter jigs to the left, jigs to the right, and one of the asteroids, unseen, moves right into Crash Jones' way. And Crash Jones has to rapidly and dangerously move in order to avoid being clipped. We are going to suffer, this is our first one, so suffer -1 integrity for minor damage, is what we're gonna do. We can try to resist we're gonna try to resist. We are going to try to resist to see if we can maybe not get this much damage. Our ship's integrity, where's our ship? Hey there ship, how you doing? We have a 5 integrity on our ship, Francine. It's now a 4 unless we can resist it. And yeah, okay. Let's roll it. Let's resist. No bonuses. Strong hit. This asteroid comes careening through space, right at Francine. Crash Jones is being too reckless. Crash Jones, you're being too reckless, says the Phantom. No, I know exactly what I'm doing. And as the asteroid comes right towards Francine's wing, at the very last moment, Crash Jones flips the Francine backwards, upwards in space, because space is 3-dimensional, barely missing the asteroid. And on a strong hit, we can choose one. If your vehicle's not battered, take 1 integrity, or we ride it out and take +1 momentum. Oh. We're gonna take the momentum and we're gonna get clipped. We're gonna get clipped, everybody. Crash, the asteroid just barely clips the wing of Francine. Crash, what are you doing? I've got this. We cannot let this thing get away. 5 momentum. Okay. But our ship, Crash Jones's ship, with the wing slightly damaged, is slower. What next? Let's see. Well, we are going to... We've been slightly damaged. The Phantom... The Phantom, certain that Crash Jones is losing his mind. Pulls out a cudgel and smashes Crash Jones. Attempts to smash Crash Jones on the back of the head, which, by the way, we are going to have to not let that happen. We're going to have to face danger with strength, endurance. Oh, well, yeah, with strength to try to just take this situation. We don't get our bonus because this is not about guiding our ship. Here we go. Oh, sorry, that's the wrong button. Strong hit with a match. Strong hit with a match. Strong hit with a match. My friends, we get to mark progress twice. Yes. Yes. Okay. The Phantom pulls out a cudgel. She says, "Crash Jones, you'll get us all killed." And she goes to swing this cudgel on Crash Jones. Crash Jones, however, ooh, what's the most badass thing? It's a match. It's a critical success. The cudgel changes into a match. That's the third thing. No, Crash Jones, at the last minute, sees the cudgel coming, but knows that he cannot move or waver his course, else he'll miss the chance to get the Foo Fighter. And so, steeling himself, Crash Jones rolls his shoulders up, and as the cudgel comes down, luckily, his pilot's helmet cushions the blow, and he rolls with it. He says, "Stop it! I'm almost there." Something. Crash Jones does not want to do this because he would rather get the Foo Fighter itself rather than just destroy it. But the Foo Fighter is heading right in towards this mysterious portal. And so, with nothing left to do, Crash Jones decides to fire. This thing is real. And with that, Crash Jones fires his weapons at this Foo Fighter. I will be trying to, at this moment, finish the scene, which means we are going to roll on our progress clock, which is maxed out, to see what happens. It is a strong hit. On a strong hit, we achieve our objective unconditionally. So let's see what this looks like. I think this looks like something like this. Crash Jones weathers the blow, rolling with it. You may not know this, but Crash Jones was also a boxer in college, and he knows how to take a blow. He rolls with it and keeps his eye on the prize, the Foo Fighter, heading towards this mysterious portal. He doesn't want to do it, but he fires. His weapons streak through the sky, heading towards the Foo Fighter. Pew, 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 pew. And they go through the Foo Fighter as if it were not corporeal. But we do have to discover the secret of the Phantom Foo Fighter. So we do get what we want, which is discover the secret. The Foo Fighter heads right towards the tunnel. And Crash Jones thinks, was I wrong? Was it not real? And at that moment, the comms on Francine come to life. Crash, we're getting a message from the Foo Fighter itself. Put it on comms, Francine. put on comms. And with that, the holographic visuals of Francine sparkle to life. And on the other side, they see the pilot of the Foo Fighter. And it is none other than Bart Jones, Crash Jones's twin brother. But he looks exactly as he did in 1944. And he says, "Crash Jones. Crash, I didn't want you to find out this way. Stay here on Earth. I have a much grander vision before me. Finish the war, and don't follow if you know it's good for you." And that in this moment, the Foo Fighter goes through the portal, and the portal itself dissipates and closes just as Francine tries to go through. And they are left in the emptiness of space. The Phantom, you saw that? I did. I thought it was just a phantasm that you were seeing. But how do you explain that? I don't know. The thing is, that was my brother. But that was my brother thousands of years ago, before I was catapulted here. That means that the spaceship that I was chasing, that brought me here, was being piloted by my brother. How did my brother come to be a pilot on that ship? Why was he... What was he doing? And why did I see this vision now? Crash, I just wanted you to know that I finished the analysis that you had me do. Those strange signals that we saw. Yes, Francine, what were they? I can't say for certain, but I can say that there are traces of Viridian readings. I was able to sense a bit of the compound of the mineral Viridian, and I must also say that the heat temperature of the Viridian in our hold has gone up by 5 degrees. That's so strange. What could that mean? I don't know. Well, he's lost now. I imagine that means we're just going to have to, well, continue on with our journey. The Dread Liege Dalton needs us. And with that, Crash Jones will continue his journey towards the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. By the way, everyone, I'm going to just say for the record that this means a couple of things. I think that we get to make a mark towards tracking down Bart Jones. We've learned a little bit about that. I think we get to add to that, just for the record. So, we are in the midst of our expedition. Oh, that was so good, everybody. We need to continue on with our expedition. Well, I believe that we can still... There's some damage to Francine, but we can't stop to fix it now. We'll have to continue on. Oh, by the way, everyone, our starship, Francine, which is cursed, by the way, it's at 4. We have to mark its integrity down by 1. As Crash Jones begins to spin up the jump drive, the Phantom, can you do the engineering? Normally, Millie does that. But if you would, that would be swell. I'm not an engineer, but I can run a jump drive. I need something because we're cursed. Our ship is cursed, so I have to pull this up. Give me one moment to get this ready so that we get this proper. Wait. Right. Yep. Okay. Let's see if I can find it. And I don't know what year that is. Okay. Forgive me, DMCA, and also forgive me, VODs, because you in the VODs will not hear this, but the rest of you probably should hear this if we do this right. As Crash Jones begins to... That's the wrong year. I'm sorry, I was going to give you that, but I can't give it to you because it is the wrong year, and I do not want to give you the wrong year. This one I can give you. There we go. And as Crash Jones begins to spool up the engines, music begins to echo through Francine's hull. The Phantom says, "What is that? What is that strange music?" I don't... There's something about this ship. It sometimes plays echoes, memories from my time. This is music from before I was lost. And sometimes the ship remembers. And with that, Crash Jones spins up the drive, and the pure iridescent pearlescent whiteness of jump space envelops them. And so, we are going to need to do our exploration. We need to undertake an expedition. So let us roll. We're moving at speed because Dreadliege Dalton is in trouble, and we need to do that. So let's roll edge. And I do not believe we have any bonuses. Wait. No. No edges. We just have to do it. Let's go. Weak hit. A weak hit is not bad. With a weak hit, we get to... We reach a waypoint, and however, either we suffer costs en route or we face a peril at the waypoint. Oh, gosh, let's see. Well, we'd have to make a suffer move at a -2, or 2 suffer moves at -1, which is not great. Oh no, just -2. We're gonna have to take a suffer move at -2, which would be something like probably -2 to the hull, which is no good. I do not want that. I don't want... It's not great. Or face a peril when we emerge. Well, let's see. Let's check out our sector, shall we? And see where we're headed. We are going to head right up here is where we're going to go. I know this is bad, everyone, but I think we're going to have to suffer -2. I think that this is we're already a little bit damaged. I don't like it, for the record. I would rather not do it, but I think it's the only thing that makes sense. I think what we're going to have to do is withstand damage. Our vehicle's going to withstand damage too, as we are going into jump space. The engines shudder. The damage to the wing begins to spread. This is dangerous. We are going to... We're going to have to try to withstand this damage. Our integrity is down to a 2. Oh, that's no good. Ooh, that's real bad. We have to do it. This is really bad, everyone. We're driving ourselves so hard. All right, if we try to withstand damage and we miss, it's worse than we thought, and it'll go down to... Oh no. All right, we're gonna try to resist it. Our integrity at this moment is a 2. Strong hit. Strong hit. This is great. Okay, this is really good. Okay. We are going to bypass and get... Oh, it's going to be less damaging. As our heroes make it through jump space, trying to find in uncharted space with no planets or stars, with nowhere left to go, there is problems entering and exit jump space. When they finally emerge, Francine says, "Crash, I'm afraid to tell you that we've taken more damage to the ship. We are now down to 3 integrity." For Francine. By the way, let's do that. I know, Francine, June, I'm really sorry. Francine, I'm sorry. We have to find Dread Leash Dalton. Just one more. Please. The Phantom. Are we close? Can you give me anything? Yes, Crash. All of the information I have says that if we take one more jump this direction, forward, we should come to an empty space where we might be able to find it. We're looking for an asteroid. Yes, I know. An Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Yes. Aim the ship forward. That is where you will find what we're looking for. And with that, we are going to get a +1 for the Phantom because she's got the info. We've withstood damage. We're rushing, we're not being stealthy, so this is us. I really need some kind of bonus to this. Strong hit! We reach a waypoint. Envision the location and mark progress as per the rank of the expedition. Okay. Yes, we get 2. We're at an 8. This is really good. Crash Jones emerges from jump space into what seems to be something amazing. Let us, if you don't mind, we get to explore a waypoint. If you divert from an expedition to examine a notable location, roll wits. Yes. So I think what we're going to see is an asteroid field larger than anything anyone has ever seen. I want to get some oracles here. We need space. We need a sighting. We're in the Expanse, and I think what we've got here is a stellar object. And I know what it is. It's not. We're gonna call it an immense asteroid field. But a solar system graveyard. Right? What they see when they emerge. Oh, and I should actually probably put this in our sector map. We'll call this, this is a location. And the location is, I need to, that's great. Oh, I actually think I have to do it this way, sorry. I'm very excited about this because I have this idea. So it's a location, right? It's a location. We're going to add a space. What is it? A sighting. And awesome. I want to just save it is what I want to do. Nope. I feel like that's right there. I forgot how to do it. Don't worry, we'll get there. So I think that what we see is what used to be a solar system, but the sun has died. And all the planets, the things that once were planets, are now just asteroids. And these asteroids, some of them are bigger than Pluto. They're massive and huge, and it's an entire wreckage of them. And I believe what we're going to need to do is... Also, why can I not just add you? We're going to need to roll wits. I'm not very good at wits, but I do get to add one because... I've got my information gatherer with me, and she knows this particular way quite well. So I think that I get a +1 to this roll. And, well, let's explore that waypoint, shall we? Roll wits. Ooh. Let's see what we get. Strong hit! Find an opportunity, envision a favorable site, situation, resource, or encounter, then take +2 momentum. Gain progress. Mark progress on your expedition per its rank. So here's the thing. I would love to get the extra momentum, but I feel like what we have to do is mark progress on our expedition because what we're going to do is we're going to find... I got it. I would love to take the momentum. I really, really would. As they emerge, there are asteroids everywhere. Crash Jones quickly is aware enough to maneuver Francine, already damaged, out of the way of an oncoming asteroid. Golly gee, this entire place, it seems... Are these former planets? Yes, says the Phantom. My understanding is that this was once a system, but some terrible war must have happened to it millennia ago, and it is now just the dead remnants. Dead remnants. Francine, why don't you, run a scan. If the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril is anywhere, it will be here, and we'll have to find it. Well, of course, Crash. Let me do my scans. As they scan, Francine says, Wait. I think I'm sensing something right about over there. Now, we are going to need to finish our expedition. Let's roll our challenge dice, shall we? And find out what happens. Strong hit to find the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Roll the dice. On a strong hit, you reach your destination and complete our survey. Mark reward on your Discovery's Legacy track per the expedition's rank. This was dangerous, so we get 2 ticks. Great. This is awesome. Let's do that, shall we? I am very happy for our... This is our... What is this? This is our Discoveries. We get 2 ticks. 1, 2. Anything recognizable on the 3rd asteroid from the... So... Perhaps. Everyone, we found it. And with that, in the debris field, in the 3rd debris field from the center, we get a ping. I think that's it. I think that is the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Wait. I don't think it's here. No. Yes, no it is. There. Right there. June. The Phantom. That has to be the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Oh, I'm so excited. With this, we, my friends, are going to be able to make some tick marks, I believe, on our challenges. Yep. This is going to get us one step closer to rescuing the brother. It is going to also help us rescue Dreadliege Dalton. And yes. And so, with this, Crash Jones begins the trek towards the asteroid field 3rd from the sun to find the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Before they get too close, the Phantom says, Crash Jones, be careful. You see, there are surely sensors and traps. You're right. We should approach carefully. We don't want to tip them off. Yes. Crash Jones, by the way, is really bad at stealth and really bad at being not obvious, but that's fine. I think before we go on break, I think we should make a roll. I think we should make a roll to try to get closer. Let's see. We can either face danger, secure an advantage, gather information, compel aid your ally, or check your gear. Okay. I think this is gather information. No, I think this is secure an advantage with deception, stealth, or trickery, which I'm not good at. Yeah, that is just what that is. So I think that we should make this roll before we go to break because it's going to be a bad one. And it will probably work out very, very poorly for us. And so we get no bonuses from anyone or anything, sadly. Crash Jones, space adventurer, with an injured Francine, begins to maneuver through space, quietly, swiftly, trying hard not to be seen. running the engines at low, turning off all non-essential power, sliding closer and closer to the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Not yet able to see it with naked eye, what might it look like? A miss with a match. A critical failure, my friend. A critical failure. That is what you want right before you go into a break. You need a mid-break cliffhanger. We're going to have to pay the price. Okay. Yeah, we're going to have to pay the price. Wow. Okay. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is how it's gonna go. This is how it's gonna go. 'Cause it's real bad. As Crash Jones moves closer in the ship towards the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril, we're gonna have to do two things. I think we have to, because this is really bad. It's gonna be really worse. It's gonna be bad. Lights emerge from the field. They see the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. It is huge. And built into the asteroid itself are weapons and docking stations for small fighters and sensor arrays. The Asteroid Dungeon of Peril, and whoever might be within it, they see Crash Jones coming. And the defenses go up, and fighter ships come pouring out of the asteroid. Crash, says the Phantom. They've scrambled their fighter jets to defend the asteroid. I don't know we can take them. I know we can. Come on. We can do this. And as Crash Jones moves towards the asteroid, we're gonna have to do this, everybody, because it's really bad. We've got pirates on our tail, but also, my friends, I believe this means that Dalton Danvers is going to have have one more click on his danger clock. Absolutely. Space fighter jets inside the asteroid Dungeon of Peril. The conveyor belt holding Dalton Danvers moves ever closer to the array of deadly lasers that if he encounters them, they will cut him to ribbons, just like scissors cut through paper. This is advanced technology, all of you space cadets. And slowly he comes closer. Meanwhile, on the outside, an entire squadron of space fighter jets is scrambled, and they start careening towards Crash Jones. Francine is already injured. Crash Jones is stressed. Can they make it through the array of fighter jets and then perhaps lasers? Well, we shall only know after this break. 5 to the left of me, sensors to the right of me. Here I am in a spaceship with you. My friends, this is going to be where we take a break. We're going to have to take a break. And this break is going to be brought to you by Starbeam Chocolate Milk. It's malted and it's good for your bones. So actually, we're going to take a break. We're going to take a few deep breaths. Think about it. Reflect on what just happened. It's bad. We learned some things about Bart Jones. Very exciting. And then we're going to choose one. We are going to continue the session after a break, which means we get a +1 on the next move, bolstered on our reflections of this moment. My friends, we are going to take a break. 10 minutes to drink water, stretch your legs, and ponder the predicament that Crash Jones is in. Well, we'll be back, my friends. We will be back after these messages. Hello, everyone. How are you all doing? I'm turning off our space music because that's not where we're going to be anymore. But we're back. We are back for the second part of episode 3 of Crash Jones Space Adventurer and the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril, as we are about to enter into the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril, which will be quite bad, I think. See, I just feel like that's a little bit too bright. Hold on. A little better. A little better. Once I get my second light, I'll feel much better about life. And then everything will be fine. And it will be great. My friends, we are going to explore a vault. But first, we have to deal with what we have, which is scrambling. It's real bad, everyone. It's real bad. But let's be chill about it first. And, hang out over here. Yep, let's do that. Let's just hang out over here for a moment. So we're here, and we're going to create this Asteroid Dungeon of Peril as a vault. There are two big structures you can do in Ironsworn Starforged, the Derelict and the Vault. And the Derelict, I feel, is not enough. I think we need to go bigger. That's what I feel like. So we are going to add here, let's add a vault. We have a mysterious vault, which is going to be our, I'm going to call this the asteroid, although we actually do have some oracles here for this, which we should go and check out. Let's get not the derelict. Derelicts are fun, but let's go with the vault. So the vault is in the Sindal sector, and it is the mysterious vault. And the scale of it, by the way, there are, I think I can show this to you. I know that I didn't actually set this up just yet, so I knew it wasn't going to do it. So you know how I set something and I forgot to fix it over a break. That's fine. I want to fix it now. Um, I can just do it the cheap way. We'll do it the cheap way. Come here. Let's do that. And I believe that's not the one I want to show you. So let's I don't think that's going to work either. Let's swap over here. Perfect. I'm going to fix it. I'll fix my foot pedal. I'll fix it later. Don't worry about it. My friends. So we have our precursor vaults, and we have to decide scale, form, shape, material. This is our first look into this thing, the outer. I know that its location is going to be planet side. There are just some things we already know. So we're going to just mark that down. We also know that the scale is going to be a world. Uh, oh, hmm. Well, I suppose we could roll for it, but I feel like we already know it's going to be big, but let's roll to see how big. You know, we can minor confined site. No, absolutely not. We don't like that at all. We want this to be a large, elaborate site. Yeah, yeah. Its form is uh it's a structure, right? Oh, hey, we rolled it. It gave it to us, which is it is the asteroid itself. And the asteroid is like a chunk of a planet. Its shape. We've got practical or functional, geometric, organic. Uh, so I'm going to roll for it, but I already know what I want it to be, which is geometric ring or torus. Oh, I like that. So our asteroid is a ring, right? It's a ring. It's an asteroid ring is what it is. So that's fun. I like that. The material is yeah, I think our material is going to be rocky or stone-like because it's an asteroid. It says metallic smooth, but it's an asteroid. So let's make it rocky and metallic. Rocky with metallic plates. Right? So let's think about this. It is a uh, oh good. I am online. I was worried there for a moment. It did not look like I was. So yeah, let's go with it's like a big donut. It's like a ring. It's an asteroid that is a ring, and there have been these massive metallic plates sort of built into it. Love it. And then let's go to our outer first look and see what it looks like as we are heading there. If we don't like it, we'll pick something different. Let's see. Energy core or conduit. I don't like that. Glyphs or symbols. Oh, I do like that. That's kind of creepy. We like glyphs or symbols, and let's do fractal patterns. Yeah, we can do that. So, this vault is roll first look. Could have done it, didn't do it. I feel like as Crash Jones moves, bringing up the engines. Hold on. Do I have a space battle? Mostly this. Yeah. I feel. Oh, I have a space battle and on roll 20 is what I have. Crash Jones heads towards what seems to be an enormous asteroid, ring-shaped asteroid, whose mineral core makes geodesic fractal patterns of crystal. But the entire thing has also been reworked with large smooth plates of metal with arrays of sensors, and with, unfortunately, ports for space fighter jets. And with that, the space fighter jets surge towards our hero. My friends, we're gonna have to get through a battle to get to the planet. Asteroid. I just thought I'd let you know that, and I'm telling you because, unfortunately for us, we had a critical miss with a match, and that's what we're gonna have to deal with. So, let's, Adeb, we're gonna have to get into a combat. And we're gonna call this, our challenge is going to be to land on the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Yeah. Well, we should probably make this more dramatic. How about, withstand the gauntlet of space fighter jets and laser arrays to land on the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. This is it. I actually think this is a problem for us. This is combat. We're gonna have to enter the fray. We're forced. This is because we had that terrible, oh, I forgot. I have to do this the old-fashioned way here. There we go. The terrible miss on being stealthy. So it's just real bad. So, we're gonna have to find out if we're in control or not. Let's see. I feel like this is... Look, I know this is really bad, and I know we shouldn't do it, but I feel like this is a formidable task to get into, to land and get into the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. I know that that is not a great thing because it takes longer to do something that is formidable, but I actually think that, well, it's still the outer, so we're gonna put dangerous. We're gonna say dangerous because it's the outer business. It's just gonna get worse from there, I think. Yeah. So let's see. Okay. We have to roll to see if we're in control. If we're on the move, roll edge, which we are. So yeah, we're gonna have to roll edge to find out if we are in control or not. We do get a +1 because we are coming back from break. Welcome back, everybody. And let's see what situation we find ourselves in. Weak hit. Okay. We either can be in control or take +2 momentum. We're going to be in control. And I say this because we do need more momentum. We really, really do. But I think... How much momentum do we have? 5? Yeah, we have 5 momentum. That's not great, but it's not the worst. Okay, so Crash Jones, space adventurer, behind the controls of Francine, realize there's trouble. Although expecting trouble, Crash Jones prepares to face off against the squadron of space fighter pilots. My friends, we have choices when you're in a combat like this. If you are in control, you can gain ground or you can strike. All of those things are great. They are ways, because if you're not in control, it's less good for you. Let's see what we can do as a ace pilot. You know what? I feel like here's something we should know about Crash Jones. I think that we're going to spend... experience points right now. And my friends, let's go over to Captain Wesley Crash Jones. And I think that we should, at this moment, spend 2 of our experience points, of which we do have 2, right here. Yeah. We'll take these 2. And I think what we do is we give ourselves the 2nd level of Ace. Yeah. And the 2nd level of Ace Fighter lets us do... When you gain ground by maneuvering your vehicle against a foe, add +1. If you score a strong hit with a 4, 5, or 6 on the action die, you may put yourself in a firing position. If you do, set aside the action die or note its value. If you or an ally strike against using the vehicle's weapons, preset your action die with that value. This persists until you fail to score a strong hit on that move, or until you make another move which changes your vehicle's position. We are going to now be the 2nd level of Ace, as we decide to gain ground here. So, I don't know if you can fire, but the Phantom, we've got incoming. They are not going to stop us from saving the people that we care about, our chums. We are going to, gaining ground. We are charging boldly into action, because that is exactly how we are. Just gonna go right in there. Just doing it. We get to add a +1 to this roll. Let's see what this looks like before we narrate it. I always like to roll first and then narrate, because you never know how it's gonna go. Heart. Strong hit. With a 6 on the action die. Is that right? Oh my gosh. People, this is really good. Because we got the... Yes, okay. So this is really, really good. This is really good. Wait. I need a 6. By the way, you know the package that was supposed to... that said was delivered, that included my new lights? It also included some very cool dice that I ordered. I hope somebody actually... I hope that whoever the person was who signed for it is a real person. So, let's read this again, shall we? When you gain ground, which we did, by maneuvering your vehicle against a foe, which we did, add a +1, which we did. If you score a strong hit with a 4, 5, or 6 in the action die, which we did, we got a 6. You may put yourself in a firing position, which we will do. If you do, set aside the action die, note its value. If you or an ally use strike using the vehicle's weapons, preset your action die with that value, which we will. And this will persist. So I think we're in a very good position. And so let us narrate it. Why don't we? Oh, what else we get? On a hit, you stay in control. On a strong hit, you choose 2. On a weak hit, choose 1. We're going to mark progress and take +2 momentum is what we're going to do. So let's do that. Oh, I'm so excited because Crash Jones is an ace pilot. He has fought before. Let's withstand the gauntlet of space fighters. We're going to mark our progress. Oh, so good. And we are going to take +2 momentum, bringing us up to a 7. I'm for this. And so Crash Jones, space adventurer, sees these space fighter jets, and he says to the Phantom, "Don't worry about it. I have been in many dogfights in my time in the Second World War. Nobody can outfly Crash Jones." And with that, Crash Jones maneuvers as the space fighter jets come flying through the air. He maneuvers left, maneuvers right, and he's able to flip himself outwards, and so all of a sudden, he is behind the space fighter jets. How did that happen? It happened because Our hero, Crash Jones, drinks his Starbeam chocolate milk. It's malted, and it's good for your bones. With that, our hero, we're going to strike now, because we are in the space to strike, which we're going to do. And please remember that when we strike, we're at rolling edge because we're at a distance, but we actually don't have to roll our action die because it's preset, right? That was that cool thing. And we get to keep it as a 6 until when? Where's our ace? Here it is. We get to keep it as a 6 or action die until we fail to score a strong hit on that move, or until we make another move, which changes our vehicle's position. So, these fools committed to one of the classic blunders, the most famous of which is never start a land war of Asia, but only slightly less well known is this: never go up against Crash Jones in a Starfighter. Yes, he's the last Starfighter. We don't actually even have to, we can just roll. Let's do it. Remember, it's a 6 is what we have. We have that's a 6 plus 2, that's an 8, so we get a weak hit. Well, that's okay. We lose our special 6, that's fine, but we get to mark progress twice. Oh, speaking of which, by the way, I know that you wanted to see this, and I'm sorry that I didn't give it to you. There you go. I'm here for you. We get to mark progress twice. Okay, that's not bad. And this is actually really good. I'm feeling really good about it, except that we're now in a bad spot. So, Crash Jones flips around them. I really want... hey, I know I should not do this right now, but I have to, because I have in Roll20 some space battle music, and I really would like to hear it right about now. It would make me feel good. So if you will indulge me, I feel like I need a little bit of Roll20 space battle music, because, you know, I think you know why. Give me one moment to make sure. Space battle music, can I visit you? Let's see. I believe what we need here is space battle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. Okay. Better. Okay. Thank you. I need my space battle. I was going to be sad if I didn't have my space battle. So, Crash Jones maneuvers around them, shoots down 2 of the space fighter jets, and as he moves through the explosion through space, he screams around, and there, right in front of him, are 2 more space fighter jets closing in. Weapons blasting. Oh no, this looks bad for our Crash Jones. But Crash Jones is not one to cow in the face of danger. No. We're gonna have to react under fire. Yeah. The ships come flying in. Weapons full bore blasting, and as Crash Jones tries to move around it, he sees that the laser array from the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril itself has begun firing. There are lasers on the left, lasers on the right, and we are stuck in the middle with Francine. We're going to have to react under fire because we're in a bad spot, but because we are an ace, we get to add a +1 to this roll because we are an ace pilot and we're reacting under fire. And I do not believe that we have No. No. Wait. When you face danger... it's a physical attack, doesn't count. All right. So this is us. We are trying to dodge. Take cover. Roll. Yes. This is edge for us. We have +1. Let's go. Reacting under fire. In a bad spot. Miss! No, 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 no. This is not going to happen. We're going to have to burn our momentum. I hope you don't mind. This is not... No. No. We have momentum for a reason. Strong hit. Ooh, ooh. Our momentum is now down to... 2. Which is the base momentum. On a strong hit, you succeed and are in control. Take +1 momentum, which I absolutely will do, without any kind of doubt, bringing us to 3 momentum. Okay, as the array comes, Crash Jones lingers just a little bit longer and then quickly moves the thrusters right out of the way in order that the big laser ray hits the space fighter jets that were coming after him. Did you see that? June, quick. Give me use your sensors. Give me a way in. Analyze the laser array and find me a path through. There's got to be some way. We're gonna gain ground, everybody. June says, all right, Crash, let me use my sensors to find a way right through. I'm gonna roll to gain ground, which I get a +1 for, this is, by the way, we're gaining ground by maneuvering, right? I feel like this is not heart. I feel like this is, well, we are injured. In pursuit, flee, or maneuvering. Ooh. Charging boldly into action. I feel like we're charging boldly into action. We are just, well, now we're in the action. Edge. We're being speedy. We get a +1 for being an ace. And we get a +1 for talking this through, but for using our dear, lovely, wonderful June. Weak hit. Okay. I would have liked a strong hit, but when you roll a 10, there's nothing you can do about that. But we do get +1 momentum on this hit. Yeah. You know what? I need to update. I need more experience points. I just want you to know it. That's what I need to say. Our momentum goes up to a 4. And this is a weak hit on our gaining ground. On a hit, you stay in control. On a strong hit, choose 2. On a weak hit, choose 1. We're going to gain +2 momentum, is what we're going to do. Bringing our momentum up to 6, because we are going to need it, obviously. With that, Crash Jones. June says, all right, Crash, I'm placing a pathway for you to follow right there on the overlay, on a visualizer. Go forth, Crash. You can get them. And with that, Crash Jones charges closer and closer into this space. I am going to try to gain ground again. That's a thing that I'm going to just need to do. Crash Jones sees the space fighter jets coming in. They're coming in side by side. He looks over into the pilot's seat of one of the space fighter jets near him, and what he sees is not a human or a sophont, but a large, boxy robot. It seems the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril is staffed by robots. Fiendishly, dastardly robots indeed. Perhaps generative AI. Well, Crash Jones can beat generative AI any day. And with that, Crash Jones maneuvers to the left, maneuvers to the right, tries to maneuver his way through, threading the needle, through this blanket laser array of doom and death. If he can thread the needle with Francine, he will be able to make it through. And again, a weak hit. My goodness, why do I keep rolling 10s on those challenge dice? Terrible. But we stay in control. We get +1 more. We take +1 for Francine. And then we'll take the +2, which brings us up to a 9 in our momentum, which I think is a pretty good space to be in. But we don't mark progress though. That's okay. With that, Crash Jones moves closer and closer towards the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Some of the space fighter jets close on his heels. One gets hit by one of the laser arrays, and the rest come following in. Crash Jones knows this is dangerous. He knows he cannot stay here forever. And so, he decides to strike. He is going to try to shoot down one of the electricity relays that power the laser array. If he can knock one of them down, it'll make it that much easier for him to get onto the planet. And with this, our Crash Jones is going to strike. I don't think, Ace, no. Overseer, no. Vestige, no. Starship, no. Blade Master, no. Well, we don't get a bonus. We just are gonna have to do it. Okay. Here we go. Weak hit. Weak hit. On a weak hit, we mark progress twice, but we expose ourselves to danger and we're in a bad spot. By the way, marking ourselves twice, just so you know, puts us at maxing out that track, which means that's really good, except that you do not want to try to finish a battle when you're in a bad spot. Because if you try to finish a battle when you're in a bad spot, it's much harder to do so. You're more likely to finish it not well. So we need to get into a good spot. Crash Jones fires out the lasers on Francine. They strike out and they hit one of the large arrays. The laser weapon. I don't know if you've seen laser weapons as imagined by the 1950s. They're large. They've got like big silver balls on them and rings and points. The special effects are bad. It's wonderful. But as he shoots them down, he's able to knock out the laser array, the ray cannons. And he thinks to himself, see that, the Phantom? We got it. And as he moves in to try to get into a landing position, unfortunately, there is a feedback loop on the ray guns, the ray cannon. And all of a sudden, there's a massive explosion that comes billowing out, an entire huge explosion full of fire and smoke. Don't tell me that we're in space, it doesn't matter, that we don't have oxygen. We don't know these things just yet. And as this huge shockwave and this wave of fire, Crash Jones knows he must maneuver out of the way, or else surely they will be doomed. We are reacting under fire, is what we're doing. Because we can't clash this. So we're going to have to edge this, because this is the only way we can get out of here. But we do get a +1. Oh my goodness, ray cannons. We do get a +1. And also, that's what we got. Yeah, that's what we got. Okay, here we go. A weak hit. A weak hit. When you react under fire and you get a weak hit, you avoid the worst of the danger, overcome the obstacle, but not without a cost. You stay in a bad spot. We have to make a suffer move. Oh. I think we have to burn our momentum. Because Yeah, I think we have to, right? Because this is just how this goes. If we don't burn the momentum, we burn it. But that's okay. Because we burned momentum, we get to add a +1 because we are an ace pilot. And that's it. That's all we got. I wish we had more, but we don't. But that's okay because we are now in control. Okay. So, also, we get one more momentum. So we are going to be able to increment our momentum one more time, giving us a momentum of 4. Let's, momentum is so important, everybody. It is so important. But we're in control. Okay. And with that, Crash Jones. If there's one thing you should know about Crash Jones, besides the fact that he was on the fencing team and also the football team and also a boxer, and also that he can ballroom dance, it is that he was one of the very best fighter pilots in all of his squadron. And with that, with his regiment. As the explosion comes rushing out of space, very quickly, he slides behind one of the space fighter jets, and that fighter jet takes the explosion, and then he slides behind the next one, and then the next one, and then the next one, and as he skips from space fighter jet to space fighter jet, with the space fighter jets taking in the entire brunt of the explosion, he expertly dodges through that danger, and let us take decisive action, and it's a weak hit. It's a weak hit, everybody. It's a weak hit. And we can't do anything about it. Okay, season objective, we're trying to land. We're in control, it's normal. On a strong hit, you prevail. On a weak hit, you would achieve your objective, but not without a cost. Roll on the table below or choose one. Okay, we have to... Why am I getting weak hits, everybody? Why is that? Let us roll, take a decisive action to find out what we get. Basic, Crash Jones was that guy in school that was great at everything. It's worse than you thought, make a suffer move. Yeah, that makes sense. The suffer move we're going to take, everybody, is damage to Francine. That's the only thing that makes a lot of sense. Francine, if you remember, is down to 3 integrity, so we're going to have to go down to 2 integrity. Well, let's see. Here's the thing about that. Yeah. I'm going to roll pay the price, see what happens. Your action causes collateral damage or... Yeah, that's fine. That's what we got. Yeah, let's do that. Let's withstand damage. Yeah. That's going to be 2 damage to Francine. We could try to resist that damage, but if we fail, it's real bad, so I don't think we do. I think instead we just have to take a lot of damage to Francine, who's down to 1. And that's really, really bad. But Crash Jones is able to skip from ship to ship to ship to outrun the explosion and make his way closer and closer to the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. It's just that at the very last minute, that one last space fighter sees what Crash Jones is doing and hits the brakes, the space brakes. And while that space jet fighter takes all the damage, Crash Jones is not able to avoid the last of the blast wave. And Francine is rocked. Ah! I'm sorry, Crash. There's a lot of damage to us right now. We're in a bad way. We're going to have to make an emergency landing. And with that, Crash Jones careens below the laser array fire and says, I think we can find something. Maybe not so hard. And the Phantom says, Crash, everything here is hard. Well, she straps in, and Crash Jones lands. And Francine careens onto the surface of the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Is everyone all right? Everyone? Is everyone all right? The Phantom? Are you okay? Yes, Crash. I'm all right. Emerald? And out of nowhere, Emerald bounds across the ship and jumps right onto Crash Jones. Thank you. All right, I see you're all right. June, how about you? Well, Crash, the ship's not doing so well. We need repairs. We need them bad. Right. I just don't know if we have the time to repair the ship. Imagine. Thank you, Max. It is Flash Gordon through the lightning field. That is exactly what it is. That's what I was thinking. I just feel like if we stay too long, we might be caught. Well, I think maybe we have... Do we have the time and space? Make your own repairs or direct your companions make repairs, roll wits, which is one of his worst stats. He's really bad at lying and he's really bad at sussing people out. So I feel like that's real bad. Yeah. I don't think he's the kind of person to fix this ship. Really, I just don't think he is, because he is... Yeah, and he's... Oh, well, we can repair under fire. Well... Ooh. Roll wits. And we don't have... If we had Millie with us, we'd get a bonus. That would be really great. But we don't have Millie with us because our life is sad because Millie had to leave. And... I'm afraid... Yeah, no. We don't have... There are really great things we could take, but we don't have them. So, we're gonna try to repair. It'll be tricky. All right, let's start. June, I don't want to leave you here still in a bad way. So, why don't we, talk through this? Can you give me a diagnostics on what's happening here, and maybe that'll help? This, by the way, is going to be a, I believe this will be a gather, I think it'll be a secure advantage. Yeah, we're going to try to make preparations to help with the fixing of the ship. And, we could roll integrity, but our integrity is crap. So we're going to have to do this with expertise, focus, or observation, which is wits, which again is really bad for us. We are not good at wits. But we do get a +1 on this to try to secure an advantage. Strong hit. Strong hit, everybody. That was a terrible roll, but it was still a strong hit, which means we succeed and we get to take +2 momentum and a +1 on our next move. We get to, my friends, add +1 to our momentum for having June help us, and we get a +2 momentum for succeeding at our securing an advantage, and we get a +1 on our next move. Okay. This is really good. All right, which means that our momentum is currently a 7. Which I don't hate for us. June, can you do a full diagnosis to try to help us figure out what's going on. If you can show me where their problems are and give me a bit of aid, I can try to repair you. So, what say you, June? I say that we've just gone through a burning ring of fire, but that's all right. We can do it. Let me show you all the parts that are currently not in good repair. We are now going to get a +1 on this roll to fix the ship. This is going to have to be wits again, I'm afraid, because again, that's all we've got. But we get a +1 to repair, and we've got a lot of momentum. And we are in the field. A miss. No. We are not going to have that because that will destroy our ship. Let's burn that momentum to make it a weak hit. A weak hit is better than the option. So, on a hit, you gain repair points as appropriate to the situation, which is in the field, so we get 1. Additionally, you may sacrifice resources and exchange each -1 supply for 1 extra repair point, up to 3 points. So, let's see what we're going to do, because this is not good. Clear a battered impact on the vehicle. We don't have that. Fix 1 broken module. We're fine there. Take 1+ integrity on a vehicle, mechanical companion, repair devices. So, let's do this. We get to increase the integrity by 1. Let's hang out with our ship, shall we? Just for that roll. Let's take our supplies down by 2 to put our ship's integrity back up to a 4, which is not the best, but that'll put our supply at 3. Crash Jones, rapidly, with the help of June, fixes Francine as much as possible. Still, the ship is battered, and there's still the telltale marks of fast repairs. It's difficult. But Crash Jones will not leave his ship damaged, especially if they need a fast getaway when he finishes. That done. He says, "All right, the Phantom, Emerald, I think it's time for us to go inside the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril." And with that, our heroes put on their spacesuits, take up their ray guns, and step outside of Francine onto the alien surface of the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. They move across the strange alien surface, fractal pattern runes everywhere, crystal and rock, and strange, worked, smooth metal plates. A mar, a blight on every part of this asteroid, this ring asteroid, as they make their way. Crash says, "All right, what we need is to find a way in, which I know we can do." I'm looking at my assets, everybody. I would really like more XP. That would be really great. That would be just pretty awesome if we could do that. I would love it. So I also think that withstanding the gauntlet of the space fighter jets means that we are closer to our goals. So I think we can add 2 more pips to rescuing the Phantom's brother. I also think we are going to be able to add 1 pip to rescuing Dread Liege Dalton, because we have made our way there. And we are at 2 momentum only. That is not the best place to be. Well. And so with that, our heroes begin to move, looking for a door to get inside the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Our adventuring party moves across the surface, and there in the distance, they see what seems to be a metal door. Most likely, one of the ports, actually, it's probably even open, one of the ports out of which the space jet fighters exited. Come on, that's the way out, that's our way in. Let's go. And with that, our heroes approach the opening and make their way inside the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. So, this, by the way, is our next vault situation. Let's go up to our oracles. Here we are at the vault. We need to go interior at this moment. So, here we are in the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. And when we're doing a vault, and when we do a vault, we're going to be undertaking the expedition. And this expedition is going to be the expedition to get to the heart, the sanctum, which is where Dreadliege Dalton is. And we need to get some inner first looks first, I guess. But let's make our challenge first. I think this is going to be another progress clock as we start an expedition. And let's see. We should probably check our gear, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna set ourselves up for success here a little bit, I think. See you later, Max. We're gonna check our gear, which is supply, and we have a supply of 3. Let's what's the word? Let's suit up. That's what we're doing. We're suiting up. Miss. Wow. On a miss, you don't have it, and the situation grows more perilous. Pay the price. What does this mean? Well, you know what? We're going to roll for it. We're going to pay the price, and we're going to roll for it. We're going to see what this means as we try to, man, our life is so hard. I just want you to know it. Pay the price. Let's roll it. You create an opportunity for an enemy. Yeah. Okay. I think that's really good. Actually, you know what? As Crash Jones, the Phantom, and Emerald approach this outer door, Crash Jones pulls out, looks to see if he has a bypass shunt so he can get through. Unfortunately, he doesn't. He'll have to do this the old-fashioned way. He breaks the circuits themselves in order to get the door open. And open it he does. Unfortunately, breaking that circuit alerts the villains inside. And with that, Dreadliege Dalton Danvers, whose danger may be due, becomes one click closer to doom as the conveyor belt moves closer to the laser forest array. That's what that's going to mean. We're going to get him just a little bit closer to death. Bad times for me. Should not have done it. But I did do it. Yeah, okay, great. Our ally's in a bad way. Let's, what does aid your ally do? Okay, great. Awesome. Let's, undertake an expedition, everybody. So, this expedition is reach Dalton Danvers at the heart of of the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. And this is going to be... I'm not going to say reach. I'm going to say rescue Dalton Danvers at the heart of the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. That's going to be, well, no, it's going to be reach, because we actually have already a vow to rescue him, so it's going to be reach. Dread Dalton Danvers to dead Dalton Danvers. I'm a little bit worried, too. We're going to say reach Dalton Danvers at the heart of the, let's see, defeat the fiendish traps of the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril and reach Dalton Danvers at its heart. That is our objective. And this is going to have to be... Ooh. Is this dangerous or is this formidable, everybody? This is the question. You know what? I think we should find out what this place looks like before we decide. We'll let this... Oops. I think I just rolled that wrong. Let's see. It was, the scale was... large elaborate site. It was a structure. It was a ring. We had rock. Sorry, I lost that. We had rock and crystal. Rock and crystals. Crystals with metallic plates. And the outer first look was, we had fractal patterns and runes. I remember that. I remember. Runes. Okay. As they arrive, they notice strange, ancient runes upon the door that they're entering. What are these? The Phantom says, that is old language. It looks something like, the language of the... Well, perhaps the ancients. Why would there be runes of the ancients on this facility? Says Crash. Oh, well. I guess we'll have to find out. Let's, do our inner first look, shall we? Let's see if we like it. If we don't, we don't. If we do, we do. I also feel like there's another thing for us, but that's okay. Let's go. Carried tech is disrupted. Magnetic surfaces. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Yeah. That sounds terrible. I love it. This is good, right? I think this is really great. As Crash Jones, Emerald, and the Phantom lower themselves inside the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Crash Jones's ray gun whoosh, zips off and hits the wall. He's able to keep his sword, though. When he pulls his ray gun back out, gosh darn it, it's not working. The Phantom says, also, we're in a vault. Yes, that's right. None of my tech works either. There's some sort of magnetic field inside here that means that all of our technological devices aren't working. Oh, that makes no sense. How would they be able to have technological devices if nothing works here? Well, I assume, Crash, that this is a trick. They must have special sorts of shielding. We would need to build that sort of shielding if we want our tech to work, but unfortunately for us, I don't know if we have the time or the supplies, do you? No, I don't have the supplies at all. Let me look. That's where that roll came from? No, I don't have any. I guess we'll just have to press forward. Let's roll to start our expedition. This also means, by the way, we can't talk to June. We're cut off from June, by the way, because of this. I just want you to know it. That's what this means. We don't have our friend with us, and that's terrible. But yeah, nope. Well, here we go. We're gonna. I hate to tell you this, but this is what would happen. Because they know they're in trouble, they're gonna have to roll with Shadow, even though that is, again, one of our very worst rolls, and we have no bonuses. And we also have no momentum. Hello, Virus. We'll have one of the mods look at who you are. Right, you are the one who gave us all of the spam last time. Yes. If one of you all mods will take care of it for me, thank you. That would be great. So, let's see. I think we're going to have to be shadowy, but we're really bad at it, and it's going to go really poorly for us. So that's all we have to do, I'm afraid. I have to be honest. Yep, it is a miss. Crash Jones, Emerald, and the Phantom begin to sneak their way into the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. On a miss, you are waylaid by a crisis or arrive at a waypoint to confront an immediate hardship or threat. Do not progress and pay the price. What would be a good... Okay. I know what it is. It's going to be waylaid by a crisis. Oh yeah, we have to... Do not mark progress. We have to pay the price. Oh no. Let's see what we have for paying the price. Let's see what we have. Well, I think we're going to have to deal with a... Well, let's roll and see if there's anything interesting here, because there might be. You encounter a signs of a looming threat. Okay. I think that's okay. Let's see. As our heroes begin to move deeper into the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. See, I know what I want. What I want is, well, we'll wait. Let's roll on our interior feature, and since we're going inside, and see what that is, and maybe it'll give us something interesting. A diverse discovery. Well, I feel like that works with the looming threat, right? So, as our heroes walk deeper into the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril, they skulk along the corridors, and they realize that these corridors twist in on themselves. It is difficult to know exactly which way you're going, or even which way you've been. The strange magnetic field makes it difficult for them to know and maneuver where they are, to know which way is up, which way is down. They have a strange sense of dizziness. But as they move, they hear voices. They quickly hide in the shadows. And as the voices pass by, they're guards, and the guards speak. And they say, Well, Baron Winter surely has important plans. Plans that must be fulfilled. Yes, that's true. I don't know why Baron Winter is spending so much time trying to torture the Dread Leech Danvers. Well, I don't think you understand. Apparently, Dread Leech Danvers, the blood, says that he's related to some important noble. And if they can extract the secrets from his blood, they'll be able to make some sort of super weapon, some sort of biological weapon that'll be able to destroy all people with a similar sort of ability or control them. I don't know what he's up to. All I know is that if he gets what he wants, we'll be able to take over the world, the entire universe, charted space. It's only just the beginning of control. Oh, I see. That's good. But what about Baron Winter's ally? Bart Jones. Well, Bart Jones will help us. Will help us destroy them all. How much time left before the control ray is finished? It won't be much longer. Okay, so, size of looming threat, you mean someone never seen before with the name Virus in Leet Speak as to get unbanned Discord after a recent rash of Discord hats? Probably. I think we have just learned something. We have learned that there is a terrible weapon being created to, destroy, to control people in some kind of creepy Zidane way, like a control ray gun. So that's bad. That's our looming threat. We're going to have to continue on, but this time we have to hurry. We can't. I'm afraid we can't dilly-dally around. We're gonna have to just go much more. We'll have to go faster. I'm afraid that's what we have to do. This is gonna be Edge. We're undertaking an expedition. I don't think we have any bonuses, my friend. I really wish we did. We need more experience points is what we need. That's just a true fact. Because the things we have are not gonna get us there. Let's go. Undertaking expedition, we're gonna have to go with speed. Yes, a psionic control ray gun. This is what I'm saying. It's really bad. Here we go. Weak hit. All right. On a weak hit, we reach a waypoint, and we get to progress our clock. So I think that this whole place is actually, I think it's formidable. I don't want to do it, but I think this is a formidable vault. I don't think we can cheat ourselves in this one. We also have to face a peril or make a suffer move. Okay, let's see. We could do a suffer move, but that's real bad. Oh. I gotcha. We're gonna face a peril at the waypoint. That's what we're gonna do. When we get to the waypoint, they wait until the guards pass. After the guards pass, they continue their way, but this way, less stealthy and a bit faster, because after all, they don't have much time. Dalton Danvers is in danger. There's doom that may be due, but also, it seems that Baron Winter, working with Bart Jones, his own twin brother, are trying to make a psionic control ray gun. The horror. Whatever they have to do, they've got to find this out and do it fast. As they move closer and closer, they come upon yeah, this is how it's gonna go, everybody. We have location themes. These are let's get some location themes going on here, shall we? Let's go. This is, enemies are... Yeah, this is... We need a good fortified feature. That's what we're looking for. To give us some stuff here. Let's get, where's our fortified? Ruined, mechanical, inhabited, infested, haunted, fortified. Let's roll fortified, shall we? Because I feel like we need to know what this is all about. Location theme. Chaotic. Let's go with fortified, and let's roll a feature. Captives or prisoners. That is what we come across when we get to the waypoint. We get trouble right here as they are sneaking down through this place, still trying to figure out where they are as they're moving inside the interior of the Dungeon Peril of Doom. They come across a series of cages, and in those cages are a number of captives from all over the Trojan reaches, shackled to the walls. And one of those people is the Phantom's brother. Oh no! I need a name. Fido, says the Phantom, calling out to our brother, and a Vargur chained to the walls. And Crash says, "Don't worry, we'll save you." And he steps forward. Fido says, "No, it's a trap." And that's when the trap happens. And that's when the doors shut, locks, and smoke, a strange smoke, begins to hiss inside of this room. We've got to go and get you all out of here before it's too late. Come on. We are in a... we're in trouble. We're in trouble. How are we going to take care of this? Well, yeah, this is going to have to be a challenge because we've got badness happening. We're in a trap. We're in a good old dungeon trap. Let's see. Progress clock. This is going to be a dangerous trap, and it's free the prisoners before the cells fill with poison gas. That's what we got. It's dangerous. Yeah, that's great. Sure. I feel like this is dangerous. That makes sense to me. And we're gonna have to give ourselves a 4 tension clock. It's a new one. Yeah, and this clock is poison gas. Poison gas. Okay, we're in trouble. We don't have supplies. There's all this stuff going on. All right, Phantom, Emerald, we've got to find a way to stop that poison gas from coming in, or at least break them all out. Get through the doors. What do we do? Let's see. We are going to have to secure an advantage here. Okay. This is bad because we are not good when it comes to smarts. The Phantom. You look at that control panel. Emerald, you and me. Let's see if we can... It's not great, everybody. You know what we really need to do? We need to get we need tools, which is wits, which we are not good at. No. All right, the Phantom, you're good at getting information. You go and check those computers and see if you can get in and find some way to shut off the vents. Emerald, you and I, we're gonna see if we can Well, we can break open these chains. If we can get a couple people out, they might be able to help us get further. This is command. So we're rolling with heart is what we're doing, because we're going to try it. And you all, you prisoners, see if what you can do. Tell me what you've seen. Give me any information you might have. We are going to try and secure an advantage, which, by the way, we don't have any bonuses for in this particular situation. At least not yet. So if we had the ability to talk to June, we would, but we don't because of our peril. So this is just us. This is it. Weak hit. A weak hit. Okay. On a strong... Okay, on a weak hit, we get 1. We'll take momentum. Because if there's something we need right now, it is momentum. Because, like, we're in a really bad way. You know what I mean? Like, it's not good. It's not good. So we're at 4 momentum. Oh, momentum's not giving it to me right now. It's sad. There we go. Okay. Hey, momentum. 1 more. We'll get there. Just remember we have 4. Okay. All right. What did you find? Well, there is some way to get through this computer if I can hack into it. But it's not easy. And it will take time. If you can give me time, that's something. All right, let's see. Quick! And with this, Crash Jones rips off his jacket. In a swift motion. Very swiftly. It's wool, and it's hot, so it's a bit sweaty. But in a flash, Crash Jones rips off his jacket, rushes about, and gets as many bits of fabric as he can. And he begins, he puts his scarf around his face, and he goes to start pressing the fabric that he can find into the vents, at least to slow the advance of the poison. This is going to be edge. This is going to be a secured advantage with edge, because that's what this is. He's trying to, he's trying to buy time. Weak hit. Weak hit is going to be, Crash Jones is able to grab bits of fabric from the prisoners, from their shirts, and he's able to stuff as much fabric as he can into these holes. I think that'll buy us some time. If we can try to get them out, that'll be something. And with that, we're gonna take 2 momentum, which is gonna bring us up to 6 momentum, I believe. So that is what we're doing. My momentum's not raising. No, we have 6. We have 6. Okay. But again, no progress. We've got to do something to stop this. Let me see. All right. I'm going to try to break open your chains. We're going to face danger. This is us trying to break open their chains with our sword. That's the best we have. This is going to be with strength, with iron. And I believe when we face danger, we do have a bonus. Not with the Overseer, we do not have access. We're not in a vehicle, we don't get to use that. Vestige will not help us. Starship will not help us. Blade Master will not help us. Starbeam Chocolate Milk will help us, but not right now. Nothing helps us. Okay, fine. Great. Weak hit. Okay. Not what I want. On a weak hit, you're successful and mark progress, but also encounter a complication or setback. And envision what occurs and fill a clock segment. This is really bad. This is really bad. Okay. we get to fill... Okay, we get a setback. Our clock clicks forward 1. What happens? The gas begins to fill. A low level hovers on the ground like a thick green fog. Crash Jones, as he rips open 1, 2 with his bare fists, 1 or 2 of these things, he's able to free 1 or 2 prisoners. But as he does, after he frees the first prisoner, he realizes that once the shackles are opened, an alarm goes off. And he can hear the sounds of heavy boots approaching. They know they're there, and they've called in reinforcements. We've got to work fast. This is too much, too dangerous. What can we do? What can we do? Things look bad for our hero. Can he make it out? Is there any way that he can succeed now? Crash Jones will not give up. He knows he's got to do something risky, something fast. And with that, Crash Jones, hoping that the Phantom will find some way to turn off the materials, it's bad. Says, all right, I think we have to, having freed some of the prisoners, realizing that he can't, it takes too long. He's got to go some other way around. All right, listen, you come with me. What we need, this is no good. We need to see if there's some kind of air vents. There's always air vents in dungeons. Always. Quick. He is going to try and secure an advantage by looking for, using wits, which he's very bad at, looking for some means to find some air vents, some sort of thing like that. But I do think because he's got an information broker on his side, he should get a +1 on this one, because he will certainly need it. And this is going to be a wits roll because it's based on observation focus. Secure an advantage. Weak hit. Yeah. We're going to take the momentum, which will take us to a momentum of 8, I believe. We are at momentum 8, everybody. You can't see it, but we are. Crash Jones. Weak hit. Okay, great. Crash Jones scours the area. He looks, and he sees, up on the top of this space, there are very large air vents. He says, look, I knew a place like this would have an air vent. Air ducts. All we need to do is get up there, and maybe we can escape that way. Come on. And with that, Crash Jones moves to climb up, and he's going to try to use speed, agility, to face danger, to climb up to the top using his friend, his chum, Edge, this will be. He's not going to get any aid. He can't walk out, Krillin. He's trapped. Haha! Okay, strong hit. Marks progress. Crash Jones clambers up on top of Emerald's back to reach up to where the grates are, to the air ducts. Let's mark progress. Yes, there's an air duct here, and it's not being filled with gas. We just have to make our way out. He is going to face danger by ripping the grates off if he can. He's going to try real hard. This is iron, and Again, I really wish that I had some kind of bonus, and I do, I just don't have them now. This is the problem that I have. Yeah, nope. And I just don't have access to all of my good stuff. This is us. We're in a this is why we're in a trap. Okay. Here we go. A miss? No. We are burning momentum for that one. We're turning that into a strong hit. None of that. Yes. We are going to mark progress. That's what we're doing, because we are not missing that one. Crash Jones, straining against the strength of the grates that are covering the air ducts, grabs his fingers on the mess cage, and he pulls with all of his might, and he rips the cover of the air duct off, tumbling down. He goes, "All right, I found a way for us to get out. Now, we need to get all of you out now, before it's before it's too late. Come on, let's go." And he makes a cradle out of his feet. He says, you first. And he puts his feet out, and he begins to go and try to help the people clamber up to the far grate. This will be heart, everyone. This will be heart. Yeah, we really need more momentum, but we're going. It's a weak hit, face danger. We are successful, we mark progress. And, but we have a complication or setback, and we have to fill a clock segment. Our clock segments are not a big deal, because what it is that the gas, as Crash Jones gets 2, 3, 4 prisoners, pulls them out, he realizes that the fabric that he has stuffed into the vents has become dislodged, and poison gas is filling more and more of this space. Also, the Phantom's brother, Fido, is still chained. Crash Jones knows that he has got, and he can see Fido coughing. He has got to do something. Look, have you found anything? Something. The Phantom. We've got to get out of here. We have no momentum. What do we have? We have, like, 2 momentum. This is so bad. Oh, well, we're gonna try to finish the scene. Will we be able to do it? I don't know. And we're at 8, not 10, but strong hit. Crash Jones, realizing that there's little time, says, come on, the Phantom, you've got to be able to do something. With that, Crash Jones rushes over to Fido, using his sword. The sword forged from a meteorite that has iron from the core of Terra itself, and uses it to leverage open all of the chains. Come on, Fido. We will get you out of here. Let's go. And with that, he cradles, pulls up, and at that last moment, the Phantom is able to press a button. There, I've turned it off. But let's keep the doors locked. Come on, Crash. And with that, Crash Jones helps push the Phantom up into the air duct, and he looks to Emerald. Emerald goes, oh. Crash Jones clambers up top, inside the air duct, and Emerald soars across the air, up into the air duct in one powerful leap, and there they are, our heroes, stuck now in the cramped air ducts of the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Well, that was certainly a trap, wasn't it? Indeed it was. We freed the prisoners, which means we now are able to hit that quest right there, rescuing her brother. And I believe, as a matter of fact, that we should be able to roll this to see if we're able to fulfill this vow. Although, to be honest, we're still in the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril, so maybe we shouldn't roll it just yet. I still think we should. Let's go. Strong hit. Boom! Boop, 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 boop. We'll just note that for when we finish up our session in a few moments. We can't finish right now, though, because, we have to have a cliffhanger. So, that was our pay the price. We do get to, however, explore this waypoint. So we're going to roll wits. I think we already did that, didn't we? We did. But that was our exploring our waypoint. So, yeah. So now we have to undertake our expedition. Which, by the way, we're moving at speed. Because this is the way our life is right now. Strong hit. We reach a waypoint. We get to mark progress. This is really good. So, my friends, defeat the fiendish traps of the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril and reach Dalton Danvers' heart. This is formidable. We get to reach a waypoint. We have to envision it. What is this waypoint that we come across? And, let's see. Well, I think that we come across... It's not bad. It's a good thing that we did, right? So, we come across a waypoint. I feel like we shouldn't decide what it looks like until we decide what happens when we explore it. This is my thought, because I feel like this really basically is... I feel like we can describe it better once we know how badly or well it comes across. And I still keep looking at my sheets thinking, do I have something that will help us? Anything? And every time I look, I see, no, we don't. But I would really like us to have that. Let's explore. We're not great at this, but a weak hit. Not the worst. We uncover something interesting, but is bound up in a peril. It reveals an ominous aspect of this place. Envision what you encounter and then take 1 momentum, which, by the way, we will take, and now our momentum is 3, just so you know. So at this moment, the thing is correct. Okay, we uncover something interesting, but it comes up with some threat. Here's what we do. It's very simple. There is an oracle for this. We can do the thematic oracle, and that thematic oracle will do the opportunity. Opening to get the drop on an enemy is our opportunity. Okay. As Crash Jones, the prisoners, and also the Phantom and Emerald crawl through the air ducts of the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. They're creeping along, and as they creep along, they hear and see guards down below, waiting to just standing about doing guard duty, mumbling. Ugh, I can't believe we're going to have inspection again, always inspection. Crash Jones recognizes that they are about the same height and weight as himself and the Phantom. He's never been one for, well, deception, but maybe having a uniform might help. Indeed, maybe having, well, anything really, might be helpful. So, he nods to the Phantom, points to the guards, nods to Emerald, and with that, they decide to leap out of the air vent onto these unsuspecting guards to get them. Now, I'm going to tell you, I think, actually, that because we have the drop on them, I think we get to have something from them. I think we... I think we can probably do a battle, which is, yeah, it's just like a really quick, fast battle. So let's see. We can either fire at ranging speed, an environment to advantage, roll edge, depending on courage leaves from companions. I think that we get to roll heart because it's going to be a bunch of us crawling out of the vent to jump on them. To basically... I feel like this is either heart, because we're using our companions, like a bunch of us are overwhelming them, or it is using the environment to our advantage, which is edge, or fighting in close to overpower your foe. But I think that we're jumping on them from above, so I don't think it counts, right? So I think we can go with heart, because our companions... Oh, this will be really good if we can do this. We're going to battle. Do we have anything that will help us with battling? Striking and clashing? No. No. No, we don't. Well, let's do it. But I do think we're going to get a +1 because they're surprised. And I think we can use heart. A weak hit. A weak hit. We gain our objective, but not without a cost, and we have to pay the price. Crash Jones nods to all of his companions, all of his chums. They burst through the air vent duct, and a mountain of people come tumbling out on top of these guards. The guards themselves are taken out in an instant. And the Phantom says, well, it turns out all right. Is everything all right? Crash Jones stands up, looks down. The guard that he threw himself upon had pulled out a knife and stabbed him. Our Crash Jones reaches out, holds up his hand with blood on it, and he says, I'll be all right. This is going to be endure harm. I feel like this is a minor harm. I don't think it's so bad. Let's just try to resist that harm, by the way, which I think we can, and see if it's just a flesh wound. And if it is just a flesh wound, I will describe it in a slightly different way. By the way, since we won, but we don't get any momentum, that's fine. Let's roll our health, which is a 4. Strong hit. Yes, we are not wounded. No, you know what? We're gonna embrace the pain. That's what we're gonna do. Just Crash Jones steps up. It's just a flesh wound. I'll be all right. What's more important is we get to Dalton Danvers, and we stop whatever it is that Baron Winter is planning. Let's go. With that, we are going to take 1 more momentum, which gives us 4 momentum, but we will take the hit to our health. Sometimes this happens. We have a health of 4. I'll note it. Crash Jones. That, by the way, was the battle move where you can take care of an entire fight in just one move, which I think is pretty cool for like when it's not that bad. Crash Jones is able to then go and take the uniform of the villains, and he realizes, as he does so, that they have strange control nodules in the back of their necks. It seems they are being psionically controlled. They're learning something. So I think, by the way, that this will give us the opportunity to, resupply, I think. Something like that. Yes. So I think that we're going to seize, and we're going to roll iron for a resupply. This, I think, is what our bonus is going to be for this situation. And it is a miss. Okay, what we encounter is that as Crash Jones tries to take the uniforms off, he realizes that the uniforms themselves are attached to the bodies of the guards that they have knocked out. And that when they are removed, well, first off, they cannot be removed at all. These guards these uniforms are not just a uniform, they are a cage in and of themselves. And their weapons will not work, their ray guns will not work outside of the proximity of the weapons themselves. And they have learned that this entire group of human and Sophont guards are here under duress. And really, rather than vanquished, they should be rescued. And with that, Crash Jones vows to try not to do anything deadly to these guards. He'll have to pull back his punches, or else, well, he'd be harming someone who's working for this big bad against their will or consent. And Crash Jones is not the sort of fellow who would do that. Well, these folks need saving too. We've got to find a way. Maybe, if only Millie were here. Well, come on. We can do this. But we'll have to hurry. And with that, Crash Jones and the crew begin to wind their way deeper and deeper into the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Strong hit. This is us undertaking an expedition. This is great. We get to... I cannot stop until we get to a cliffhanger, which we will do very soon. Let us roll our progress on defeating the fiendish traps and getting there. Strong hit. We reach a waypoint. Mark progress. And now we can... At this waypoint, what is it going to be? It's going to be... Well, let's explore it, shall we? It's wits, which we're very bad at, but we're here. It's a weak hit, all right. Find an opportunity, envision a favorable insight. On a weak hit, uncover something interesting. We're gonna get 1 momentum. I would really love for us to get a better spot than we are, you know? We're at 5 momentum. Let's roll our opportunity and see what we find. Because this will be bound up in some sort of a thing, and that will probably be interesting. Opening to outmaneuver or escape enemies. But it's bound up in a peril, which is that enemies are converging on the area. Okay. All right. Okay. Crash Jones and the rest of the crew begin to sneak their way down through this Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. As they move quickly, as well as they can, we need interior features. Let's find a feature for our theme. We're gonna get an empty or an active area. That's great. This is good. Okay. They come upon an empty area, an old storage room, a room that a garbage disposal area. They sit inside and think, all right, there must be a way for us to, maybe there's a secret door. Perhaps we can find our way through or out. Let's see. Huh, all right. I think this is pretty good. We might be able to rest or heal. I think this is probably a good idea. I think this is it, everybody. Our heroes, Crash Jones, the Phantom, Emerald, and the prisoners feel as if they've reached a safe spot. They think that this is time to rest, to perhaps recover, as they sit in the garbage chute, trying to rest as best they can. They hear enemies approaching. The same sort of guards running down the hallway. They say, they've got to be somewhere. That's right, we got to get him. That's right, we've got to get them. We've seen this way. Our guards, they've been knocked out. Our friends, they are somewhere here in this area. Spread out. Bring in reinforcements. Crash Jones and everyone else realizes that this place they're in is not, after all, safe. It is instead, perhaps, more dangerous than ever. Crash Jones looks about and says, all right, there's only one way out I can see, and that's down the garbage chute. Crash, says the Phantom, we can't go down there. There might be some sort of incinerator or who knows what. I know, but I feel like the only way out is through the garbage chute. And you know what? I don't think they'd expect that. It might help us get a drop. Come on. Let's go. And with that, Crash Jones, the Phantom, Emerald, and the newly freed prisoners hurl themselves down this massive garbage chute, and they find themselves sliding in rapid speed down this huge chute. Who knows? 10, 20, 30 feet. How far does it go? How far down will they go? And what will meet them at the other end of the garbage chute? My friends, if you wish to know whether or not Crash Jones will survive the end of the garbage chute, you will have to come back next week. Next week, with Crash Jones Space Adventurer and the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Made by Sarlacc Engineering. Garbage chutes, and also large space vaults. That's exactly what you want to see. This episode of Crash Jones Space Adventurer has been brought to you by The Bookkeeper, Willen TW, and also by Starbeam Chocolate Milk and GDCO Entertainment. My friends, Crash Jones and a crew of motley survivors and his chums are now hurtling headlong, fast, down through a garbage chute in the evil Asteroid Dungeon of Peril. Dalton Danvers is strapped to a conveyor belt, slowly going towards a laser field of death. And also they have learned that Baron Winter is developing some sort of psionic control ray gun. If he could get something like that, well, who knows what he could do? We've already learned a bit of a secret. That he has some sort of computer node that he puts in the back of someone's neck in order to control them. If he can control them, he might be able to control anyone. Perhaps the prisoners might have some insight into what this procedure is like. Who knows? Will Crash Jones be able to save Dalton Danvers? Will he be able to escape? Well, we shall find out next week on Crash Jones, Space Adventurer, and the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril! My friends, we are going to officially end the session. So, let's do our ending, because we are at that moment. We have things to do. I have to tell you that we are in the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril, which says we need to have traps, we need to have garbage chutes, we need to have air ducts that you creep through, we probably need to have fire that shoots up at some point in time, we've got robots, we've got guards, we've got a moral conundrum, we've got a lot to do. I'm very excited. I need a couple of other things for this Dungeon of Peril to be complete. We have a conveyor belt with lasers. That's important. I think we need a pit trap. We need walls that close in on each other. We already have poison gas, which is good. So we need more traps and lots of guards. That's what I'm expecting for next session. And to check in on ourselves. Let's check in, shall we? I'm going to, by the way, save our mysterious vault. So, we have got our closing move, which is ending our session, which is, when you end a session, reflect on the events, we'll do that, we have to check to see whether or not we've strengthened our ties or reached any milestones. And if there's a quest, connection, or other situation you'd like to give your focus on next session, make a note of it and take 1 momentum, which we did. We absolutely, by the way, would like to take 1 momentum, which will bring us to momentum 6. We should focus on what? We should focus on, finding Dalton Danvers, obviously. The old mimic disguised as a cute kitten trap. Gotta stay with the stand. I know, we gotta do it. We can find a way to get a sci-fi mimic. Let's see. For next time, what we want to do is find Dalton Danvers. This we really need to do, right? And make it out alive. So, let's, I'm feeling really good about that. We have momentum 6. My momentum sometimes just stops working, but we'll get there. Don't worry about it. Whew. Okay. Let's see what we've done. Everyone, let's do it. I'm feeling really good. Have we strengthened our ties to a connection? We have got, at this point in time, Emerald is not a connection. She's an asset. June is not a connection. She's an asset. But the Phantom is a connection. The Phantom, whose name is Kasira Okiro, and her brother, Fido Okiro. She is a connection. So I think we might be able to develop our relationship. Let's see what we have here. So what we have completed a quest to their benefit. We should actually do that right now. Leverage their help in desperate circumstances. Okay, so we've actually done a bunch of that stuff. But let's gotta get Fido the Phantom. Let's actually make that roll. We have one last roll that we need to do, which is rescue the brother. I feel like it is now time for us to do that roll. Let's do that, shall we? A weak hit. Ooh, that was a 10. Okay, so when we have a vow, fulfill your vow. When you reach the end of a quest, which was that one, mark the challenge die, compare your progress. On a strong hit, the vow is fulfilled. On a weak hit, as above, but there is more to be done, or you realize the truth of your quest. If you swear an iron vow to swear things right, take your full legacy reward. Otherwise, make the reward 1 rank lower. On a miss, your vow is undone. Oh, okay. This is great. Okay. I think is okay. We have rescued the brother, right? This is good. This is part of our cliffhanger, I think. We get to mark a reward on our legacy quest, but there's more to it. Okay. I think here's how we do it. Here's how we do it. Are you ready? I want you to go back to the trash compactor. We have to like retcon a little bit before we jump into the trash chute. The Phantom looks at her brother and says, I'm so glad you're safe. I was so worried about you. You all right, are you? And he goes, yes. And there's a strange twitch. And Crash Jones looks at the Phantom, and the Phantom looks at Crash Jones. And slowly, they turn Fido around and they see that he has already had one of the control nodes attached to the back of his neck. It is not yet activated, but at any time, it could be. Crash! My brother has one of those things in his neck. I know. Listen to me. I swear, by the heart of Terra, I will find some way to deactivate this control node, not only for your brother, but for everyone on this asteroid. We're gonna have to make a new vow, by the way. This is our, you know, when you swear upon iron to complete a quest, you write your vow and give it a reg, then roll heart. If you swear this vow to a connection, add a +1. Yes, everybody, this is what we're doing. We are making a brand new vow, why did that look like that? Who knows why that looks like that? I'm actually very excited about this. So, okay, this is really good, actually. So we have a new quest, which is to find a way to deactivate. I wish Millie were here. Millie's our techie, and we do not have her, and Crash is not smart. Deactivate the control nodes in the Phantom's brother. Oh my gosh. And all of the guards at the asteroid. Okay, so we have this quest, right? And, this is really good. I really like where we're going here. We have to, and we're swearing this to the Phantom, so we're gonna have to roll heart. We're rolling heart. We get a +1 because we're swearing this vow to a connection. And we are going, and we don't have any bonuses here, which makes me sad. No, we're gonna have to get them though. Let's swear it. Let's swear it, everybody. We're swearing the vow. Weak hit, a 1 and a 10. On a weak hit, you're determined to begin your quest with more questions than answers. Take +1 momentum. That's true, we do have more questions than answers. We don't yet know. We're taking 1 more momentum. Well, we're at 7. I don't know how we're gonna do it, but we're gonna have to find at least the secrets of their mind control. Find a way out. I wish Dr. Zukov or Millie Balak were here. Both of them would be so helpful. Alas, they're not. But no matter. We're going to find out, somehow, how to save your brother. And everybody else here, before it's too late. And with that, the guards are coming, and then they jump down the chute. So we have then the terrible control node. I'm very excited. Okay, so we fulfilled a vow. Oh, by the way, what is the difficulty level of this vow that we've just made? We haven't decided. Well, By the way, we completed this. I suppose this is dangerous. This feels like a dangerous quest to me, right? I feel like this is dangerous. I think so. Always shout-outs for you. Always, Willen. This seems like a dangerous quest because we're already in here, right? I feel like this is dangerous. Okay. Also, right? So fulfill the vow. On the weak hit, we take the full legacy reward. Otherwise, make the reward 1 rank lower. All right, so I actually think that we have finished this one, right? On a weak hit. On a strong hit, your vow is fulfilled. Mark reward on your quest legacy track per the vow's rank. Troublesome, dangerous, etc., etc. On a weak hit, it's the same as above, but there's more to be done. You realize the truth of your quest. If you swear an iron vow to set things right, which we did, we take the full legacy reward, which we did. Okay, so I think that's great. So we're going to get 2 ticks on our quests. 1, 2. For fulfilling, we're doing fulfilling our vow to rescue the brother. Done. And we've sworn a new vow, which is dangerous. Yeah, we're going to have to find a way to do this. This is really important. I don't know what else we're going to do about that, but we just have to. Okay, so we've done that. So this means we get to develop our relationship with the Phantom. We have sworn a vow to undertake a perilous quest in their service. We've completed a quest to her benefit. And we have leveraged her help in dire circumstances. So, I believe we get 3... We get to mark progress. 3 of them. For the Phantom. So, dear Phantom, where are you? You are here. Hello, Kasira Okiro. You are formidable. So we get 3, though. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So we get 3 marks of progress because we did a lot for her this time. We don't have any other connections we can develop, but we now get to see if we have if we've reached any milestone on our quests. So let's see. Overcoming a critical obstacle, gaining meaningful insight, completing a perilous expedition, acquiring a crucial item or resource, earning vital support, defeating a notable foe. All right, let's see what we have for our quests. Let's see. Finding the lost Sindalian heir? No. Aiding for the barbarians? No. Rescuing? Have we done anything to... I think we've already marked getting to the planet. So I don't think we've got any... Do we get a meaningful insight? I think we did. I think we did get a meaningful insight. We realized that Baron Winter wants to use his blood to make some kind of super weapons, which I think is an insight. So I think we get to mark that. I think that's all we got. Nothing on the Viridian. Aiding Millie and Zukov, which I don't think we've done, but I think we might. Track down Bart Jones and bring him to justice. I do think that we have got some insight, because if you get a meaningful insight, then we get to check that, and I think we did. But our meaningful insight, because this is an extreme, we only get 2 ticks. Oh, I think we already marked the 2 ticks, though, today, didn't we? We did. We already marked it. I should not mark anything until we actually get to the end. Remind me next time, only at the end. So I think we already did that. We already swore to the Phantom. Find a way to deactivate the control nodes. We've got nothing on that just yet. So I think those are all of our milestones. And I think that's where we're at. And if we're looking at our quests, we are very close to getting to leveling up, getting more legacy tracks. And I'm going to tell you what, we have got skills I would like to learn. We are battered, we are bruised. We have got 4 health, 3 spirit, 3 supply. Our ship is, we've got a lot of damage, and this is a very hard quest. But But if it makes you feel any better, also Dalton Danvers is halfway to being killed on the conveyor belt. But we've completed 3. That's great. We are at 3. We have 3 ticks on defeating the fiendish traps of the Asteroid Dungeon of Peril to reach Dalton Danvers at its heart. And once we hit 6, we reach the Inner Sanctum. So we just need 3 more successes, and then we can get into the Inner Sanctum where we can find all the stuff we're looking for. So I think that's pretty good. I think we're in a pretty good way. So, hold on. We don't need danger music anymore. That's it. Gosh, golly gee whiz. What a great episode, huh? That was fun. This was very, very, like, I was trying to channel all of my dungeon crawling experiences and all of my, like, we need quicksand, but we're not outdoors. We can't have quicksand. But right now we have a garbage chute. But we're in. All we need to do now is get through this place. And when we do, gosh, we need to win. We need to, I really wish Millie were here, but Millie had to go and take that that ship out. That ship is going to help us a whole lot. So, that's a bummer, because the Phantom is an information broker, not necessarily an engineer. Hiya. Well, that's fine. So, thank you for being here, everybody. Where can you find me next? Well, gosh, by the way, I kind of love Ironsworn Starforged. I love it. I think it's great. And I'm so excited to be playing it with you, and I'm so excited for the next sort of thing. Oh, I see those tips and bits. I see them. So let's see. Let's, I suppose we could do tips and bits before we do. I tell you where I'm at. So tips and bits. What did we get? I want to say thank you to anybody and everybody who gave tips and bits today. So thank you, Time of Gifts, for gifting subs. $20 tip from Rissa. Thank you so much. Here's hoping the banjo makes it home safe and sound and soon. Oh, yeah. I'm really hoping, because it's somewhat expensive, and it's my banjo baby. So I'm hoping it will get here soon. And when it does, I will have to play for you on a Saturday. Once I figure it out. And then we got 500 bits from Hawkeye. Thank you, Hawkeye, who says, will Crash Jones complete his task? Will the lights go out on his mission before he can save Dalton? Will the entire universe plunge into unending darkness? Well, this is Troopa, so what else would you expect? Maybe some unending darkness. Maybe a little. And then we have 100 bits from Willing TW. Thank you, who's our sponsor. That was awesome. Can't wait to see what's at the end of the shoot. Thanks for the shout-outs. Always shout-outs. Right, we have an end of the shoot. And here's my thought, right? What this shoot thing is the explore is a undertake an expedition. And so we'll roll to see how that goes. We're going to get to a waypoint or we won't, and then we'll find out. And what we find out is what we'll learn when we get there. You know what I mean? I've got to tell you, I've got to find something that will help me with these wits. Crash Jones will never be a good liar. He's just too wholesome for that. But I've got to find something that will help me with these things. If we were in a ship, we would have we could do this with our ship. It would be great. But we're not. It's okay. It's okay. By the way, I was really looking forward to this last session, right? To not have a lot of combat, just a lot of like peril, because we're in the Dungeon of Peril. So far, we haven't actually had a whole bunch of combat inside the dungeon. We had the ships, but I'm excited for, traps and fiendish traps and things like that. And especially now that we know that these guards are not here consensually, then we can't kill them. So we have to be very careful about doing this in an upright golden age comic books code way. Yeah, we're gonna find out how organic their garbage disposal is. So you can find me. Today is Friday. Tomorrow, I will be playing Rain World at noon because I've did all the prep I need for the game afterwards. So tomorrow at noon p.m. on this channel Eastern, you can find me playing Rain World, which I haven't played in like 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm going to be very rusty and I'm going to die a lot. But come and hang out with me. And also, I've got a lot of things I want to talk to you about. And so tomorrow's Saturdays is when I do a lot of talking. Sure, let's pretend that's the case. So come and hang out with me on Saturday for Rain World from noon to 3, 5 p.m. Eastern tomorrow on my channel will be part 2 of Night's Seasons of Death Spring, um, The Deniable Woman, which is our Night's Black Agent Solo Ops 2-3 shot with PB Plays Inside, who's great, who did such great spy work. I'm so excited for it. And who's off in Moscow. Then after that, you can find me on Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern here on this channel for the finale of Cthulhu Confidential, Ex Astoria with Jackie Dash. It'll be Jackie Dash is going to a dangerous place, and so that'll be the end of that one. Come and see the end of it. Then you can find me on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern over at Laugh Love Lindy's channel for episode 9 of Reading Between the Lines, Our Good Society downstairs at the Abbey campaign. We finished our visitations for the first novel chapter of cycle 3. Now we're doing reputation, gossip, letter writing, and then the whist tournament. So I think it'll be good times. By the way, we only have 12 sessions of Good Society, so we have 4 more left. I'm expecting we can get one last cycle in after this, and we're going to finish that 4th cycle and to end the game. I imagine it'll be 12 sessions. It might be one more, but we'll see. So come and see that, and then you'll see me here for Thursday for Disco Elysium, which I'm so excited. By the way, I'm going to expect by Thursday, I'm hoping my banjo will be here. I'm hoping the gear that I got to go with my banjo will be here. I'm hoping. I do not know if this will be true, but I'm hoping it will be true. So I'm hoping next week you'll be able to see my banjo. That is my hope. You can get the banjo sent to a FedEx store location, so you know it will be somewhere. Have people to receive and call you that it's in and are insured. It's going to it's going to like the office. Also, it's I think it's UPS, not FedEx. I'm going to look at it because maybe that might be the way to go, Volpez. That might be the way to go. And or UPS. Yeah, I'm going to look into it because I do not want that to go anywhere that it should not go. That said, I was going to just pop off, but raiding people is a way to help the community and be part of the larger community. So let's see if there's anything really exciting. Okay, so here's what's what. I think Krellin is still here in our chat. And if that is the case, we are going to raid the Lollygaggers, who I don't know. Oh, you know what though? There are a lot of people we can raid who are really interesting and fun. You know what? We're gonna, oh, this is hard. Everybody, this is hard. This is hard. It's worth it. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna look into it. Okay. Krellin is here. And so therefore we're going to raid the Lollygaggers because they are running Warhammer 40K Wrath and Glory. We've not raided them before, but since it's Warhammer and I know Krellin likes some Warhammer, we're going to give them a raid. So here is our raid command. Let's give them some love. And I want to say this raid is going to happen after we finish our credits. Thank you very much, Will NTW, for being our sponsor. Thank you, everybody who's given tips and bits and who's one of our Patreons. And I gave my lecture for the Canadian kids this morning, and we'll talk more about it tomorrow, everybody. I will catch you all on the flip side, and wait till after our credits are done, and then we will raid. For the Emperor, everybody. Bye.